it gets loud or anything like that. Alright. Picking back up. So, you have... And you enter into the room with this adult-looking dwarf. Again, red hair with a mohawk. This is a relative. What he looks like a Shift Z. You said? Yeah, something like
nice.
that. Except his beard would be much shorter, and he has again war paint on one side, pitch black, black war paint on his right cheek too. That matches a claw scar on his left. As he gestures into the room, it's a relatively well furnished room. There is a picture of there's a large portrait of a dwarf in full plated mail. The helmet is off, holding it under his shoulder, and a large. It's too big to say it's a pickaxe, but it's pretty much a very large pickaxe under one of his arms, and kind of looking in off to the distance. The furnishings include two couches of well worn but very very well to do. There's a desk with made from a pure slab of what seems to be a pure pitch black stone of some kind of material, and behind it is a chair, supposedly his, with some minor papers on it. And on the floor you see the symbol of the Skyminer clan. Though you see kind of etched within the hammer itself is a small dagger in pitch black. With an eye near the pommel of the dagger. He gestures you inside. He is relatively well dressed. A vest is on him, showing off his arms. A few tattoos are all along his both arms, of various just lines and the like that seem to be in some sort of pattern that you can't really figure out. But yeah, see, he doesn't necessarily look like a noble, but it wouldn't be too far to say that he's like one step below how a noble is dressed. Does that make sense?
Very fine and wealthy clothing.
Mm-hmm. Well, wealthy clothing, but does not give off the air, it seems. And there is a small bit of incense going off that you can see. He seems to be burning 2 sticks of incense that are wafting through. The smell of very light lavender is in the room. Very faint smell. He walks over to his towards his to his desk, chairs and couches. So, take a seat.
Take a seat.
Sure, yeah, I'll sit down.
Yeah, I'll take a seat.
I would have no reason not to.
All right then. He sits in his chair, pushes it a bit. So, he places the letter, the pendant, the coin, and the pendant that you gave him. So, first off, let me get your names, if I might. Who am I being introduced to?
Good sir, am Kaleshka Kate, a follower of the ancient Sekhmet.
I'm Len Kara.
He looks to the other two.
I am Kiyome.
I forgot my name.
Cyrus.
Cyrus, yeah. Oh.
Right. And I was told you're from the city of Vanina, one of the independent cities, aye?
Yep.
Let us see. You hear him pull out something, like pulls out a drawer, closes it. A big. All right, little farther south. Let's see, Venino, you are Firebrand. You are a guild. What guild do you be?
Firebrand.
I see. All right. Now then, let us begin from. Tell me what you can of this problem that you seem to be bringing to my doorstep.
Well,
Bring it anywhere. It was already here.
as you know, you've got that plague problem going on.
Aye.
We were tasked to bring what I guess was some form of medicinal to help with that. In the process, we were jumped by two different raiding parties, one a group of drow, one a group of hobgoblins, who owed a blood debt to the drow. Both seemed very intent on us not getting here. The drow party carried that encoded letter. The hobgoblins carried that coin. That seems to indicate they're connected.
And the pendant. How did you come to that? Because this is a drow nobles. This is a symbol of a noble house.
The pendant came off the leader of the drow raiding party that jumped us.
Bluff, I believe, if that is for telling instead.
No, I'm sorry, you're right. That
Okay, I was just making sure.
I thought it came off the other guy. You're right. That came off one of the drow that jumped us.
And he was your. Aye. Alright. There were no other nobles among that party.
None that we were aware of.
He gestures a bit, and a faint gray aura goes around his hand. Oh, let's see. I see. Opens the door. Well, you're waiting. He takes out something. Can I? So, what? Might I hear a bit of your stories? What made you become adventurers? Or the like. I like finding out about people's stories. If you don't mind. What made you want to be an adventurer?
I read way too many books as a kid.
I was forced into this lifestyle. And now I kind of like it.
He takes a pause when he doesn't. He only hears two responses and looks back up. Anyone else, or is that a bit too private? And
I
yeah,
I adventure to seek the rest of my people and fulfill her will.
Well, good luck. Good luck with your. Good luck trying to bring your old gods back to power. Not many have gone on that journey that I've seen before or have been recorded. Not many have been successful. Just make sure you don't. Just mostly keep away from doing like living sacrifices of sentient people. That usually helps.
Why does everyone think I'm going to be doing that?
Oh no, I'm just saying that most of the time the people that are trying to bring old gods back somehow inevitably turn to doing sentient sacrifices for some reason. I don't know why. They just do. They think the blood of their enemies helps with something or something like that. Some shite. I don't know. And what about you, Fox Girl?
I was born into it.
Quick question: are you in kitsune form or human form?
I would have been in kitsune form.
Okay, just me. You see, he is pouring us interesting things. Alright, let's see, that ledger goes there. It seems to take a few minutes poring over something and keeps getting more and more papers out, switching them out. Let's see. I'm kind of glad you have that. The pendants in the letter aren't the same people, are they?
Yeah, they are.
No, I mean the pendant didn't come from the same person who had the letter, right?
I do not believe so, no.
Alright. You forgive me, it's, most of our records, though well kept, haven't been needed to be updated in a while. But thankfully that was only a decade ago. Let's see, that's the House of... yeah, okay. They're the Ponzi bastards. Okay. He takes the letter, reads it out. See, take every third letter, flip it there, flip the fourth, forget the seventh letter. Right. Size Stebbins order. Alright. Got me. Well then, that brings up an interesting thing. Let's... I will have to do this more, but just from gleaning what I can, this is interesting. You certainly brought me an interesting piece of information. So,
the drow party you came across, are they all dead or what?
Some of them are dead.
Alright. What happened to the others? Did they run or...
They fled.
Bluff check, please.
Oh,
Okay.
hells yes.
Look good, look good.
And I figure if I mention Juke, they'll just, like,
Yeah.
kill him!
Hmm.
Fuck his shit up! Okay, plus the bluff. I am a master.
He looks at you, Kinara. Just stares into your eyes for a while.
I'll
I see.
smile at him.
I see then. Right. So, supposedly some drow are involved in this. From these pieces, it's interesting to say. How did you know of their significance?
Deductive reasoning.
Deductive reasoning.
Despite our appearances, we are rather learned people.
Aye. Being a firebrand does help with that. It's just not many. I don't know the libraries of the firebrands than myself, but drow knowledge doesn't exactly flourish through the public,
Well,
if you catch my meaning.
we were other people before we were Firebrand.
I find in the life of an adventurer, knowing the languages and tactics of those you are most likely to run across, probably for the best.
What kind of work you're doing that you're gonna run into a drow a lot?
Well, like I said, I've been working the life as an adventurer, so I tried to learn the tactics and the languages of many different, of the quote evil or monstrous races: drow, goblins. Let me look at my sheet real fast. Orcs, orcs. Basically anything that speaks Undercommon.
To test you, he starts saying something in kind of a that sounds very rough on his throat, like I believe Cyrus has Infernal.
It's either infernal or abyssal.
I know I have Abyssal.
I've got abyssal.
I'm trying to remember. Abyssal.
No. My sheet is up. Oh, no, didn't mean to click on that.
It's a bottom
Correction.
one.
It up. Damn it. Yeah, I just have stupid notifications keep popping up. Abyssal, yeah. I don't have Infernal.
Okay, I'm actually trying to figure out the language itself. Okay, it's the subtype. Okay, Abyssal is more the accepted. Okay, so he does actually speak in Abyssal.
Aha! We
So,
speak that.
he says, so then you know the tongue. So essentially, it comes across as so you know the tongues of the devils as well.
I wouldn't necessarily call them that, but that is one I speak. Yes.
Just in common.
No, he'll respond in kind, which probably sounds really weird and tinny behind the mask.
Yeah. And what does Cyrus do?
Her eye just twitches slightly. That's all.
I see.
Pick up all sorts of strange stuff at the Royal Academy.
Hey, I see. I hope you don't mind these prying questions. It's just that.
You know Groot's an elective?
What'd you say?
So you know Groot is an elective there.
And he actually does say that language. Yeah, it's not exactly first choice for everybody. But then it switches. But yes, as a spy master, it's kind of my job to make sure that everything's nice and safe for everybody here. So then, anything else you can tell me? I do recall that they were able to find some kind of alchemist in the Swadian lands for this job. What was your impression of him, or her, or they?
I'm not really sure. They were pretty heavily covered up and very creepy. Very into their work.
Even creepier than you?
Yes.
Like, physical description of what they were wearing?
Plague Doctor
Like the
attire?
mask? No, Plague Doctor, oh great.
I was under the impression that not all the things they dabbled in was healthy for anyone, really.
Oh, so?
Just...
It's easier if you're frank with me, lad.
Well, just kind of the overall sense of the person, the various scents in the room were incredibly mixed up. I know an alchemist shop will tend to have that, but it was laden even heavier than normal.
Alright, I think I have a better way of finding out. He opens another one of his drawers, takes out a small orb, comes out around the desk, and places it on the table that's in the middle. If you could touch the orb, if you can, please. And he his hands kind of off to the table.
Okay.
All I need you to do is think of that shop, if you can.
I will do as he requests.
Alright, just give me a D20 roll if you can, please.
Crit.
Critical?
Yep.
Nat 20, yeah.
Nat 20, okay. So, as you touch the orb, he snaps his finger once, and suddenly the orb alights in a purplish hue, and suddenly an image the entire room just
glows in a purplish hue, showing Orm's shop. It is almost exactly like it, but only with a slight purplish hue. And because of your nat 20, every bit of piece is there that you see. You swear you almost smell what it's Orm's shop again. You see the grain inside the wood.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Orm themselves standing behind the counter with their stick, kind of over where his desk is, where Jervin's desk is. Jervin steps over to the counter and kind of just walks through the counter. Interesting. And then he kind of squints closer. Huh. Never thought I'd see the day. Makes sense though.
Did you find something?
More something interesting. Did you know he was a Tengu?
No, but that explains some things.
That explains the, why I was salivating.
Why he was what?
I was making a joke. Why he was salivating, cats, birds.
But yeah, so you all know what a Tengu is, right?
The players do.
Okay, players do, yep. Sierra, you do know what a... so everybody does? Yeah, I'm just making sure. Yep. If they want to make a check to make sure they know what a Tengu is, D20 roll plus intelligence, just in case. And just in case you want to know, just in case to make sure.
Nope. Osiris is enjoying her flask.
And all the magics.
Okay, my intelligence roll was a 6.
Yeah, Kiana doesn't really know what a Tengu is. They're not really... You have not encountered one that you've known of. So
What's the knowledge roll for this?
Straight intelligence. Just to see if you either know or you've met one. I don't know.
Nat 20.
Yeah. Especially
Nat 20?
since you've been... Yeah. Makes sense for Kiyome since you've been traveling more in the eastern areas. Eastern and northern areas. Len, you've been reading enough books. With a few tango adventures here and there. You like your manga books. Yes. So then, Jonathan then walks across the place. So, did you get any other vibes from him? Besides that, I want to hear your personal opinions, if I might. He kind of just walks along the outside, looking at all the different potions and all that.
I suspect he's looking for a cure of some sort himself, considering how he was covered up, unless what he is has a stigma attached to it that I'm unaware of.
Not necessarily. Not really. Both of you, both Kiyome and Len, can also answer this if they want to. The Tengu aren't really ostracized. Let me double check Pathfinder real quick first. See if there is actually a stigma. Yes. For Len and Kiyomi, you know that they have had the stigma of that they are scavengers and irresistible thieves, very covetous and motivated by greed. They are very just rash and are survivalist over anything. If it helps them survive, they do it.
No more stigmatized than any other crow.
Exactly. They're basically just sentient crows, and that's usually the stigma that's given to them. Sure. Yeah, that's what you all know. And can convey. Yeah, that's what you use. Yeah, you already did. You did convey. Yeah. Though one being an alchemist is a bit out of the ordinary, but truth be told, lots of things can be out of the ordinary. There's always outliers of some sort. For example, dwarves. Us dwarves are always seen as the ones of shouting glory, in battle and getting on our rams or whatever shite people come up with. Me, I don't like the glory. I don't like the attention. But hey, was there any other vibe you got off him? You said he was creepy. Creepy in what way? Creepy in that he was, you didn't trust him as far as you can throw him, or he just had he was perverted, or what? Just getting a gist.
I don't know if you've ever, had the experience with that, wizard librarian, the one who never really gets out of the stack of books, so they really don't know how to talk to people without, kind of sounding like a, half off their rocker prospector, kind of talking
You mean a
himself a lot.
stalker?
Oh, say no more, me pro. One of my cousins is. Poor bastard doesn't know how to talk to people.
That creepy little giggle, like the kind of thing.
Does he have the giggle?
Yeah, he had the giggle.
Ah, shite.
And a lot of the yes.
Oh. Actually.
Are you saying this? The squirrel's doing an impression of the guy.
Yeah. And actually, he says something in Dwarven, and the crystal goes from purple to a more yellow color, and you see Aura move.
Yes, if you don't open the box.
You actually hear Orim say, "Oh, God, God said he is really one of those. They really are one of those."
It's pretty sure harmless, but still a little off-putting.
I think he's amoral.
What made you say he's amoral? He curiously glances over.
There was an offer for another delivery. Considering all of the secrecy involved for the item itself and the coyness of which the destination peoples was, I had a sense that it wasn't anything good. At least my thought was some form of poison.
Nah, understandable. Did he happen to say where?
No, it was incredibly coy. If I remember correctly, I believe it was very nearly along the lines of, be in this general area, they'll find you.
Yeah, there was actually a city, Kevin.
Oh yeah, it's just like, general.
It was, yeah, it was. For your own information, it was Cremona. In case if you wish to convey that, but
I'll convey it.
Okay. Cremona, Cremona, in the middle of unrest. Yeah, that'll do. Who knows? Could have been medicine to help with all the refugees and all the insurrectionists going on over there, or for the Legion, or to cause more trouble. Fair enough. Good. That was a good call on you, lads.
If it was anything benign, then just say so.
Oh no! It's more. I don't know what. To be fair, it could have been anything. Cremona has been in a state of unrest for a while. They've entered open rebellion about a month ago. Or so, maybe a little more, and it's gone stagnant, and the city is practically split in two. Let me put it that way. Between rebels and the Legion. But to the matter at hand. So he told you to take the box, don't open it, and I know I'm grilling you with a lot of questions, but which way did you take?
Ellie was parallel to the man.
I'd say a bit, actually ended up doing a little bit of pathfinding in that regard. If Cyrus would kind of back me up with a survival check, she could probably tell you the exact route we took.
Yeah, if that's all.
Yep, go ahead.
Alright.
Because she was doing most
Okay,
of
the
the
last.
you and her were doing most of the trailblazing.
Then she rolls a 1.
Don't say that! Don't jinx me! Ha! In your face, I rolled an 18.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why I said it.
Plus.
Nice.
Dun 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 dun.
This is your
Survival.
Are we still good on volume for things? Cool.
Was I tracking something, or were we
No,
just remembering?
It was more of just making sure that you had it, and
28.
okay,
Oh.
you're able to, and kind of describe the route, and he also, after asking
You hit
Kinara
the cherry tree, you went too far.
he also, after asking Kinara to take his hand off the orb, you notice that the desk does have like an inlaid map of Urox, so you're able to like chart a path.
Oh, that's cool.
As he's kind of looking at where you're tracking, he's like, you really are trailblazers. Like, very, very cautious lot, are you?
Was it to me?
To general, everybody.
Yeah, it depends on the day.
Aye. Any particular reason, or just for the fastest? Because it looked like those. Yeah, fair enough.
Mostly expediency.
He takes out a protract. He takes out a compass, one of the pencil compasses, and does something. Kind of does it on the map.
We kind of decided it was faster to off-road it than take the main road.
Hey. Though, one question: nobody's gone past that road. In fact, I think that takes a little past Tunnelorn.
Well, there's a Draco-Lich hanging out over there.
He pauses, kind of, and stares at it for a while. I'm sorry. You said Draco-Lich?
Yeah, big, giant lizard, bits of meat falling off, smells like ass.
He rolls sense motive to see something just cause he's... You're not trying to pull a fast one on me, are you? I know we're getting a little chummy and all, but...
I got nothing to gain by pulling a fast one here.
No, just curious, because Not many know what a Dracolich is. Well, besides out of sheer fancy. Fanciful rumors and all that shit.
Like I said, I read a lot.
Apparently you did. Alright. So, what was it doing there? Was it just... Did it attack you or anything? Because I assume you saw it.
We saw it, we managed to sneak past it. It seems to have a lair or something over there. It seemed to be there with purpose.
Purpose?
Yeah,
How so?
Again, either a nest or a lair. Maybe it was guarding something. Don't know.
Maybe one of your giant golems could handle it.
As we reported it back to the guild, we're thinking about staging an expedition to find out. But obviously, that's a ways off.
He nods to Len, and then when Kinara mentions the golem, I was like, Oh, you mean, hold on, let me see if I actually wrote down the name. If I wrote down anything for this.
The Rolar?
Yeah. Rolar. Aye. Oh, I can't really... Oh, he showed it off. He pinches his nose. Daft bloody prince. Bloody patriots trying to show off their pricks to the rest of you orcs. They're showing it's like showing your hand off in poker and daring anyone to try to stop you. My gosh. But Rolar... Depends, what stage was the Dracolich? Was it semi-skeletalized? Was it full, or...
I think it was mostly.
I'd say somewhere between half and 3/4. I mean, it was obviously undead.
Okay, obviously undead. Shit. Because that's not good news. That's not good news at all. Well then. I'll say this, you're probably the most interesting group of adventurers I've met in the past year or so. This is interesting.
No, thank you.
Alright. Gotta massage his temples for a moment. I have a lot to do. Thank you for the information, and I'll probably have to call you back here because I have to take a look further into your evidence and the like. Well then. You need... Well, if you need lodging, we can at least... Because you are going to be... I would like to... Did Runewood have you volunteer for anything while you were here?
Yeah, we're supposed to help in the lab and dig around in the library.
Of your own volition, or...
A little bit of both.
Alright, so I'll try to write something for there. Until then, by the sound of it, you'll be here for a bit. So, with that being said, he goes over to his desk, takes out a piece of paper, takes a stamp, puts it in some ink, and hits it. puts a small card on the table. This'll get you at least. This'll get you free lodging for at least. I shouldn't think more than a week should be enough for you. We can get you lodging, but food and all that you'll have to do yourself. If you know. A fair trade?
Sounds fair to me.
Just show that to any of the tavern keepers and they'll bill us. You are kind of here on our behalf anyways. Was a negotiation of prices ever made, or
No, we hadn't gotten that far yet.
I believe later was the operative word.
alright. Well, if you so wish, I can at least, if you have ideas right now, I can write down a request to open more funds for it, or whatever you're trying to get. We can work out favors or something like that. Do you have any in mind?
In terms of resources, I won't. I don't think I anyway will know what much we'll need until I talk to the.
Well, I mean, no. I mean for the reward.
Oh,
If you for anything that you had in mind, that way I can see if it's feasible or if it's going to be like, no.
knowledge check, intelligence check for what would be a. I guess it'd be an appraise check to know what the appropriate rate for a job like this would be, where we're just dicking around in a lab in the library.
No, it's quite literally you can ask for whatever and they'll try to do it. It's just more he's quite literally asking what things do you have in mind, and he'll try to see if it's reasonable for the work you do and the results it brings, and then etc. etc. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Since you are a spy master, from what you've said, I could certainly use a map detailing the nomadic groups of the continent.
Define nomadic. As in the entire like tribe and clan, or do you mean migrants, or
no peoples of clans and tribes that routinely are on the move.
Alright, so actual nomadic peoples.
Yes.
Alright, and I assume I'm supposed to be. You would like that for the catfolk specialist.
Yes.
Especially. And have you had your hood up this entire time for the hiding the hoods, or no?
Yeah, these guys. I mean, the party knows me, but the dwarves don't. So.
And you notice that you're like, wait a minute, what?
Saw a thing, did you?
It's more I notice things. Spy Master tends to get that for you. So, request for catfolk migrations and nomadic peoples. And is Kianara the clan name, or Kalesh?
Sorry,
the clan name that you're looking for. That way I can browse if that's what's coming up.
Kit.
K-I-T or
K-Y-T-C-A-I-T.
Alright. I'll tell you right off the bat, I haven't heard of a clan like that. But maybe they changed their name or something like that. Or
maybe another clan's encountered them.
I'll talk to you. It sounds like we'll have to talk a little later, because that's more personal. Anyone else?
I got one. It's stupid, but why not? He'll take out his little notebook, tear a page out. Saw some kids eyeing these earlier. Make sure they get distributed to the local smiths and that I get credit for the design.
He looks at this. Looks at, like, this goes on the boots?
Yep.
And then he looks at your boots and thinks a moment.
The kids up top seem to, really interested in them, so...
You see him actually, like, look off in the distance from where he's like, Tinkerer, are you?
Aye.
Hi. I'll keep that in mind. I'll see what we can do. And, what have you two? By the side of it, you're looking for a rather personalized request. Anything else? What about you two? To, Cyrus and, Kiyomi.
Well, at the rate she's going, I think she's going to want, a decent ale tab.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So, should I just be like, give you a coin, or...
Do we even need coin?
Well, I mean, some people... some people can never say no to coin.
If you
It's
don't,
like,
if you don't want your
it's like
coin,
my
you can give it to me.
grandma. It's like my grandmother always said. You can never have enough coin because you never know what shit's gonna happen.
I suppose so.
All right, so coin.
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn it down.
All right, I'll see what's a worthwhile request. What about you? What about you, Miss Kiyomi?
I'll flick her ear to get her attention.
Not gonna lie, I don't know. Looks annoyingly at Kanaro. I'd have to think on that.
I'll put you down for coin until then. How's that?
Sure.
For now. You can just, if you think of something, you can just send a courier or a letter.
Works for me.
Alright. So he writes that all down. Gives you a card with the stamp of the sky miner symbol, but now with a stack of coins where the within the pommel of the hammer, along with a circle around the pommel that are gold. Well, actually, no, it's just a symbol at this point. And he said, "Alright, think about, do what you need to. Should you wish to talk to me about things, or what, I'm not gonna try to call you, because, won't lie, I'm probably gonna have to, I will ask you a bit more questions, or a few things, some clarifications. Send a courier or talk to the to the person in the foyer, and I'll see if I can fit you in.
Alright.
Alright then, lads and lassies. Enjoy your stay in Balforum.
Well, thank you. I think we will.
You're all getting up to leave, I assume?
Yep.
Yeah.
As you all get up to leave and open the door, which is surprisingly very light, considering that it's marble. As you leave, he's behind his desk. He's, oh, and one more thing. The whole thing of where you got the pendant. Where? We'll have to be more frank later, right?
If you insist.
I couldn't be sure. Just paranoid because I won't lie. There's also another report that came in recently of what caused this, and I'm getting mixed stories. Not from you all. I'm getting a different story from someone else. If that makes sense. Apologies. You're good.
Okay, I guess we continue on.
And
Okay.
Yep.
to the exciting
Hi ho,
world
Silver.
of library episode.
Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Alright. So, now that you're all outside in the palace, what would you like to do?
From the sound of it, it sounds like we're about to enter a little bit of a time pass.
We gotta head back, talk to the other person, at which point then we go into our various assignments, and then maybe a time pass. I don't know.
We'll see.
Oh, the vouchers were good for 2 weeks?
1 week.
1
He-
week?
He thinks it shouldn't take more than a week for at least your parts.
Because I was assuming there was some built-in time for lab work and research.
Yeah, that's what that week assessment is.
He, from the sound of it, that you all gathered, it's more of you all help with initial research, like try to help what you can. They're not going to expect you to stay like for a month or till it's like every single person is cured. They understand your adventures. You've got shit to do. So it's like, it's more of an understanding of do what you can. And if you're able to get a cure within a week, awesome. We will, and then we'll distribute from there.
Something I was wondering is if my extra planar knowledge would help here. Like, is there something from where I'm from that could help with this?
Maybe.
I mean, from a research standpoint.
Maybe. We will have to see. But yes, you are the guard. You see the guard again outside. He's been waiting for a time. He looks at you all. Alright. What more deal? What's the word?
Back to the last place.
Alright. Back to Runewood and her people. cheeriest bunch there ever was. He takes you back to the alchemist's facility. The guard doesn't pry into your business or anything like that, leaves you be. And you find yourself in front of it. Alright. You're not under guard or anything like that. I would have gotten word for that. So, if you need an escort or something like that, ask someone else. And he walks off to do something as he takes off his helmet. I am done with my day. Good day to you, lads, and a good day to you.
Alright. Guess we'll head back inside.
Yep.
Woot woot.
You head inside. The dwarf from earlier looks up as usual. You are here to help with Miss Runewood?
Yep.
Okay. She's in the same place. I think I heard I felt a minor explosion earlier. I don't know whose it was, so just be careful.
Wasn't mine for once. Alright. In we go.
You head down the stairs and all that. You saw there was actually another one of the labs that had a minor explosion. It was the dwarf who had been doing mage hand with some ingredients. The glowing rune is still in the middle of the room, but there's now kind of a comical blast from a small little pestle that extends throughout the entire room. And you see the dwarf kind of with a very just burnt front, like charred up front, kind of dusting himself off. Like, alright, don't do that. Noted. Maybe I should have lowered the dosage. But you continue down. And you find yourself in front of the door of Runewood.
No.
It's very quiet.
Knock and head on in.
You come in, and you walk in, and once more these very poignant, sour, acidic smell hits your nose, though lessened somewhat. You see, she has been working with the potion. It's meh. It was almost about a liter bottle, and you can tell that a little bit has been taken out, and she currently has some vials and flasks filled with it, and she's kind of pouring some, burning some, boiling some of it, doing various methods with it. You're back then, I see.
Yep.
What did Jervin say?
And, gave us a stipend for a week, said he wanted to talk to us more later, and send us back over here.
Alright. Are you sure? It is... Yeah, she reaches into her coat pocket, takes off one of her gloves, reaches on her coat pocket. About, I believe, 8 p.m. It's 8 at night. And I imagine you've been traveling for most of the day.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Alright. So, I have found that, essentially, that whoever this is, can I get a name for this, whoever this was, so I can at least give credit or something, instead of calling him an alchemist?
Player does not remember the name.
Just that he existed.
I know his name has been spoken. No, Orem is the package to the...
No, you have that is Orem. Orem is the alchemist.
He's Orem? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Orem is the Tengu alchemist.
There you go. Orem.
Orem. Okay. Well, this Orem fellow is actually quite good at alchemy. Quite very good at alchemy. I'm a little surprised. It seems to be a malleable solution. We can try to essentially see what it is, what the infection is, or we can try treating it with it as well. Very fascinating. How they made it. I want to know how they made it. But until then, let's see. So, if you wish, let's see. The two of you who have worked with alchemy before, or with potions, here she goes to a small box with a potion, and she pulls up a mask over her face, and you also might want to grab some masks yourselves.
I'll grab a mask.
There is a small closet that seems to have like sort of plague doctor masks, kind of shorter versions, not as long as Orem's, but close enough.
Now the question is, will they fit us if these are meant for dwarves?
It's the face.
Yeah.
It's a bit similar enough that it can fit, and they work with several. They have had to do several different races. So.
Now, unless hers does something weird, my mask functions as that already because it's just a bonus to the fortitude save. So I think I'm good.
Yeah. So, she pops open the chest. You hear it as if it was hermetically sealed, and she pulls out a single vial of a sickly purple substance.
This is out of character. It's made out of drow.
Actually,
no. Great Kool-Aid. I don't know what you're talking about.
Actually, no. It's not even. No, it is not like lens colored. Like this is more black with a very small hint of purple.
So Naraku.
Yep.
What?
The anime reference.
Naraku. No, whatever. Yes. It is in a very small, thin vial. And she gestures for the two alchemists to come forth. This is the substance that we've found of the blood of one of the infected. There is a lab that she gestures to another one door. There is a side laboratory here that you two can work on, and those others who are interested. The door also. There is also a spare door that leads into the library as well, for our scald friend. Should there? You should find everything you need in there. I will be joining you shortly with a few of my team, and we shall work on it as we can. Oh, and also, she takes one of takes the Orm's potion, pours a little bit of it, like about a similar enough vial, and hands it to one of you. And that, should you wish to work on it.
Alright. I've got a 13 in alchemy. What do you got?
Well, am I going to be rolling alchemy or healing? Considering I'm here for that, because my potion making is via brew potions.
You can help with brewing the potion later, but you can also, like, with how you, from what you've seen of how the drow have been, and through what I remember of your own analysis, you want to try seeing if there's anything religious about it, like cure wounds or anything like that, cure disease. From your perspective, I think.
Okay, so then that would be a religious check?
Sure. A religion check and or medicinal.
Okay.
Or herbalist.
If I can roll healing, I'll roll healing, because to me that sounds more appropriate, but it's really whatever...
Yeah, it makes sense. Healing makes more sense.
Okay.
And, Cyrus, if you wish to
That was healing.
roll to see if there's, like... how would you... What would you like to be testing in this, if anything?
In this room?
Is there any way you would like to help in this small foray into trying to figure out the what is wrong with the blood, essentially?
I could try maybe. Let me see. Maybe I can try using my animal senses to see if there's something off about it. That's all I got.
Okay. You may.
I has the awesome roll.
Oh, well, you go ahead with your roll.
Nice. And Kiyome, what would you like to be doing?
Oh, stop it. I guess I just roll perception, right?
Perception and or survival. Whichever you feel is more appropriate, or herbalist if you have that as well.
No.
So the survival is specific for that.
You know what? Here we go.
Are you guys able to hear me?
No. No.
I wanna imbue the spirit of the falcon.
Okay, Spirit of the Falcon to kind of help you see
Yeah, it
and
gives me a plus.
smell.
Yeah, it
Or-
gives me a +4 to perception.
Well, try to
And understand the nature of the animal.
and actually knowledge nature if you have it. 'Cause knowledge nature would also help here as well. And
I do have that. I do have that.
and R and Kyome, what would you like to do? Because I didn't really hear that.
Yeah, it's because my mic is muted. But I got an at 20 on knowledge history, leading to a result of 39.
Okay.
Not 39.
So
30.
my knowledge nature roll is a 29.
All right, so a lot of high things. So Kyome history was 30.
Yep.
History 30.
And it was a natural 20.
Yep. 20. And
Oh, the net one.
No.
Cyrus is doing knowledge nature. What was the total? 29?
29.
Dang it.
Were you guys just feeling neglected? Was that what it was?
Owl should probably not help.
That's okay. He can hang out with Garth.
Oh yeah, where are they right now?
Moto is hanging out on my shoulders, and Garth is like a kitten, so God knows where he's at right now.
I have an idea where he's at. Would it be very good for a Kalesh?
Ah. I'm busy, Garth. No.
Okay, and Len, what are you doing?
I believe
Yes,
I was in the lab, so
No, I mean, what specifically would you like to do?
I have no idea. This is one of those things the character would probably have a better idea of where he's useful than the player does.
Fair enough. Is there any particular nature you would like to go about, like identifying it, or identify what the potion does? Yeah, actually, you could identify what the potion does. You could identify what's wrong with the blood. You could see what the potion does to the blood, initially. Seeing what a sample of each does.
It sounds like the lady already knows what the potion does via her own testing, since she was impressed by it. So,
Mhm.
so I
You can
guess
al-
playing pathologist would be the next logical move.
Alright, so the blood, I assume?
Was I testing it on the blood? Yeah.
Just straight on the blood? Okay.
Well, however, whatever the process is for that.
Okay. And when you say the purple on Naraku, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of bouncing back and forth. Do you mean his outer coat or the inner?
He means the aura the guy puts out.
Yeah, it's kind of a black-purple thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, kind of that purple, but even then a little darker. Like nearly black. But you can sort of tell it's purple. Okay. So with those rolls, I'll keep those in mind. Let's see. No. Kinara at 20 healing. 31. Kyumi at 20. Why not 20s?
My sacred glass desk blesses me today.
I'm sure I'm sure my die will turn on me, since I do not have Eric's desk blessed by me. Blessed by the Great One.
No, nature 29. And go ahead and roll alchemy for me, Len, please.
Okay.
May their blessing be upon you.
Of course, the freaking nat 20's the absurd. I had to roll for shit.
Don't worry, you get a slight bonus because you are working within a lab and have proper tools and all that good stuff. Okay, and you are... Okay, so...
Potion
Potion...
was wasted on the fucking gloves of assisting.
Oh wait, it was a nat 20 on the assist?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna bump that up to 2 more. Because I like thinking that when you critically help something, it gives... You're able to assist them even more, I think. So instead of a just +2, +4.
That makes sense.
Okay, so that goes up by 2 then.
Yep, so 22. Or... You know what? You know what? Advantage. Advantage for that alchemy roll.
Increase the bonus by 2.
Nice. Okay, 27, potion on blood. Cyrus is doing nature on the blood. Kiyomi's doing history. You're doing history on the library to see if there's anything like this in the past. Correct? David?
Me? No.
I'm sorry, Eric.
God damn it, I keep having to read on my mic.
Yeah.
But I would start in a library to see if they might have something, but it's basically I'm just pulling up my knowledge of history.
Library of basically stuff like this.
Yep.
I'd watch that TV show.
What TV show? CSI Pathfinder.
Yeah.
And for Kinara, you are doing you're doing on the blood, correct? You're trying to see if there's anything like mystically wrong with it. Correct?
Yeah, and I'm hoping my unusual knowledges will be able to help here.
So blood religion based. All right.
It's healing. I
Yes. Well, I mean, it's from my own personal notes because it is 10:07, and to do this properly, I think I have to think about this process because honestly, I didn't think about this far, or I didn't think of I kind of know how the plague is being spread around, but how you all would be doing the research, because I didn't know if you were going to help in the investigation or not.
In our desperate bid to find a storyline, we got ahead of him.
Yeah, you actually did a little bit.
I almost walked away from helping them, and I'm going to say that right now.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
since they were constantly like, I don't know about this. Well, it's like, well, you have the information. If you don't want our help, you can deal with it.
And that would have been perfect. And that would have been perfectly fine.
Just for future reference, we're starving for story. So if you dangle something that looks like a story thread in front of us, we're probably gonna bite.
Yeah, I apologize. It's just I'm.
'Cause for
Like, what do you mean by story?
well,
I'm curious.
So, like, for instance, I'm actively pursuing my clan thing.
Hmm.
It's like something that has more narrative to it than go out either climb into a hole to raid whole loot or beat up monster and come home.
Hmm. Like I'm trying to figure that out, but it's like, yeah. But it's a hit and miss, and well, mostly a miss. I will be trying my best to figure it out, but
Like we got a lot of elements that look like they could be a storyline here with with the issues with the drow and the plague that may or not be a plague, and now we have the incredibly sketchy spy master that knows things you shouldn't know, and
nah, that's fair.
Like how even though Kainara and no one didn't know that it was a Tengu, he somehow knows that it's a Tengu.
it's like, yeah, sketchy as hell. Spy master definitely feels like especially when he's like, I know how you got that pendant. It's like, oh fuck, you feel like you feel important to this story. You're the big bad, aren't you?
I say, because so far, from what's been presented, it sounds like this entire plague thing is attached to the drow and the ruling class of the city.
Yeah.
And their entire feud. Now, whether both sides are wrong or morally gray, don't know that, but because of how things kind of dominate into each other, it feels like there's a connection, like there's a pocket story going on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because the storyline does not necessarily have to be, continent spanning.
Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It could just be
like,
the plight of this feud in this city.
Yeah.
Oh, I realize that. It's just that I have a hard time trying to figure out a story, I think. Because I'm just like... I think I went too big picture with some of my things. And I'm trying to connect it all, and it's not doing a good enough story, to be honest.
You literally did the exact opposite of what they say to do. You started big and tried to build small, and that never works. You got to start small and work your way out.
Yeah.
See, now keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily. You don't necessarily have to write unless this is your thing, writing detailed, professional level.
Oh, I know.
Scenarios. It could just be
no, it's just that it needs to have something interesting connecting. Like, for example, the whole fact of, in Cremona there's a revolt, and somehow it's been stagnated now, and it's just this whole other thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, and it's also the fact I think I made the world a little too open-ended. Yeah. I bit off more than I can chew. I'll say that. I quickly admit that.
Which... The easy solution is to, the world is huge, but don't necessarily focus on the hugeness if that's feeling overwhelming to you.
That's how you can dial back your focus without having to hit the reset button.
Yeah, and you also, because we're a part of the guild, you have the advantage of having a guild member or a higher guild member prompt us missions if you feel that we're kind of floundering.
No, you're not floundering. It's me that's floundering, if anything. I'm just like, yeah. But I also don't want to make it seem incredibly easy, because I want you all to have, at least fun, interesting things of, a sort of a challenge.
Yeah.
Some challenge. I'm like, I don't know.
And these things aren't mutually exclusive. You can have a challenge and have, a little bit of a narrative explaining why this is a challenge and, how you got here.
Oh, yeah. And I think that's all. But it's just It's a lot of things that I think I've taken on a lot more than I thought I did.
This is partly why we were suggesting starting with a module or two. That way you can get a feel for how they present those beats that you're having a problem with.
Yeah, and you can just change the names. If it says Castle Dracor, you could say, Veneno.
Nah, not even the module. I don't know. I'm easily discouraged anyway. I'm not me. But I will try my best to, despite But besides what you all told me, what'd you all think?
Well, aside from what we've already stated, anyway, trying to think of some kind of details. I mean, it's like because we feel like, at least I feel like I'm in a city that's different from other places I've been.
That's it. I can see where we're starting to see that, but we didn't really get to see much of the city in the last session, and this session was mostly a recap episode, which is fine because it was needed to convey the information to the various people. So I'm not really sure there's much to assess for this episode, just because it really was more of a recap than anything.
Yeah, and also
which made sense for what we were doing, but it doesn't leave much to critique.
that is true. Sierra and Eric? What do you think?
Questions, comments?
Concerns,
Feedback.
favorite recipes?
But not the YouTube comments. Not that. Actual feedback.
No, I'll take YouTube comments. I don't care.
Deadpool 2 was awesome! What the hell is that doing here? Why is that relevant?
Unsubscribe.
No,
I know
sorry.
exactly where that came from,
I'm
too.
sorry, I take that back. That's a Rotten Tomatoes comment.
Yeah, it is. I know exactly what video that came from, too.
Because apparently Solo is padding their reviews with Deadpool 2 reviews.
But in all seriousness, I would have to say that David and Tristan very well covered what I would say, and I don't want to repeat it.
Oh no, that's fair.
Just to beat a dead horse.
Yep, no, that's fair.
That's because horses suck. Chocobos forever.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I might have to highly reevaluate things on how it's all done or things like that.
If you don't mind a recommendation, since again the large scale of the world seems to be a bit much. When we go back to Veneno, I mean, Veneno had things going on even within the city itself, seemingly.
Mm.
And plus the idea of rival guilds.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know.
Yep.
It's just that I had given you the free choice of all those things, and you had chosen one that went to the continent.
Yeah, it's like we chose
yeah.
to go long distance.
Oh, I get that.
Yeah. Because that was one thing, because I'm like, and whatever. I've already said my concerns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we chose to go long distance because we thought something would happen, and something did happen. You know, we got, again, with this drow stuff that just jumped and stuff, it looks like stuff was at least getting ready to happen, so.
Yeah, it looks like stuff was like building, because it was like, oh, drow ambushes. Oh, feud. Oh, poison that could be from the drow due to this connection with the High family.
Random shit about, you know, the twins' parents. Yeah, it's
like, are the twins' parents somehow involved in this?
yeah. It's, you know, it looks like it was going somewhere. So it's like, yeah, we felt like we made the right choice, and then we get here, and it's. And the GM's like, "What are you still doing here?"
Oh no. No. Oh no. Because it was more of I think I'm trying to be too impromptu, improvising. Because like if you left, I would have been like, okay, I know what's going to happen there. Or it's like I will make a few things there. I will figure out what happens there. Moving on.
So yeah, improvisation is a combination of experience and talent. You can have one or the other or both. They're not mutually exclusive.
Oh, I know. It's just that I don't have the experience quite yet. I don't think I have sufficient experience to pull it well enough off.
Yeah, because it's like there are definitely areas that you're good in. Don't sell yourself short.
Oh, I know. It's just that some things are lacking. I'm like, I don't know. Blah, blah, card games, blah.